Hello, welcome. Today I'm looking into two of my succulents I've been having problems with. So I'm gonna take it out of the pot and see what's going on with it. So one on the left is Onslow and one on the right is... Okay, so I'm gonna start with the Onslow. So the problem that I'm having with this one is, if you can see, there is what looks like a leaf that's drying. And I mean, this is not something that's odd in that in this season a lot of the succulents will start dropping leaves, but this has been happening for quite a while, and I lost, I want to say, at least 2 layers of leaves on this particular plant, and I really don't know what's going on with it. I just pulled it. I don't know if you can see it. I just pulled a leaf, and you can see at the edge of the leaf, it's closer to the node, it's brown. This could indicate, I think, several things. I can't see from here. I can't see from here if the stem is rotting or if there's a problem with the roots. I really don't know what's going on, so I'm just gonna pull it out and see, because I had this Onslow for quite a while now. I'm pretty sure I had it for more than a year. It was in a much bigger pot, but it wasn't doing well, so I repotted into this small pot not that long ago. I definitely want to say I probably did this in the spring, and I don't know. I really don't understand, or I really don't know what the problem is, because as far as I know, Onslow is supposedly a very easygoing plant. So I've read or heard, but this one is, it's not really easy going for me right now. And why is it so stuck? I wonder if it's very root bound. Is that the issue? Was that the issue? That it was too root bound? It needed a bigger pot? Oops. Okay. Maybe that was the issue? I really don't know now. I just got soil all over the face because I tilted it too much. But, okay, so it clearly did really well in here, much better than the last pot, because, and it was looking good, looking really great for a while. So yeah, I'm not sure why all of a sudden it's like putting out a lot of, and I'm not talking about just, you know, some yellowing leaves on the bottom layer. Every so often it was just constantly dropping, and the leaves were turning more clear and mushy rather than dried out. So I thought maybe that was a problem, but the stem looks okay. It's firm, it's not mushy, it's not yellow. I really don't know what the problem is. Okay, I mean, you can see over here the leaf, it has these weird, I don't know if you can tell, but these weird little spots on each side. I don't know. I really don't know. And at the same time, I don't think this is a regular Onslow, but it's looking more like it's variegated. You know, the edges are like sort of clear, like it's more white. It has this weird white banding, I don't know what you call it, on the edges over here of each leaf, almost like it's variegated. You know, that's what variegated Onslow looks like, but this is not a variegated Onslow, it's supposed to be a regular Onslow. But nonetheless, I really don't know what the issue is with this Onslow. Maybe it was just that it was so root bound. But it literally sat in here for this little pot for, I want to say, like 3 months. I mean, before then it was doing terribly. So, and then when I put it into the smaller pot, it started thriving, which is like, oh great, as you can see. But I guess it needed more space. I'm not really sure. Okay, so at least that's, I think that's a good thing. So I move on to the next one. This was doing great for the longest time also, but as you can see, it started stretching, and it stretched literally after my last watering. So I thought maybe it was, I mean, we've been having unusually warm weather here, and these are inside, but You know, it can get pretty warm in here. Right now it's 77 degrees by the window that I'm sitting. I have 2 fans going on in here, and my AC of course turns on when it gets too hot in here up on the 2nd floor. But yeah, I don't know what to do with this. All of a sudden it shot up a little bit, but that's not the problem. It wasn't responding to water, and the bottom leaves are kind of like really wiggly because it hasn't been responding to water. Looking at it, I don't think it's a pest issue. I don't see anything. I really don't know what the issue was. Maybe there was no issue. Maybe it's just stretching because it's inside. But then again, it also started putting out these colors on the tips. I don't know if you can see in this lighting, but it's and sometimes, I shouldn't say usually, but sometimes when succulents put out colors on a very like random time, which is now, because now is the time when succulents actually lose color. But this started putting out these tiny pink tips. So I thought that was odd, and I thought, you know, yeah, I really don't understand why it didn't respond to water. I mean, I don't see any white roots, but then also the soil is very dry as well. So, I'm thinking, what should I do? What should I do? I think I'm actually gonna just pot it back in here. I know this pot is teeny tiny. Maybe I need to go up a size. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll just pot it back in here. I think I'm gonna pot this. Sorry, Onslow, I'm gonna steal your house. I'm gonna put this in here so it has a little bit more space. I feel like this Onslow needs a bigger pot because look at the roots. And I don't want to cut the roots just because those roots are all like new from past 3 months. Before then, yeah, it wasn't looking that great. Probably should clean these, but that's alright. I don't see any pests, so I don't see real terrible issues, so I'm just gonna pop this real quick. Alright, my angel's finger, which I think you are angel's finger. I'm not really sure, I will double check. All my information on my plants are on my phone, which I'm using to record right now, so I will look it up as soon as I finish potting you. Okay, so this wasn't bad. This was I want to say this was a good day in that both of these are not dying, at least I don't think. I don't see any real terrible issues. I've lost, I lost like 3 succulents already in the last day or 2 in here in the office. Because I guess some of them just don't do well indoors, and even though it's technically not that hot in here, I really don't understand the issue, but they've just been like melting in here. Especially my lithops. My lithops, I had like 30 of them planted in 2 big pots, and they're almost all of them are dead. They all melted little by little, one by one. I literally have only 2, 4, 6 of them left, and one by one they started melting away. Okay, now this angel's finger, I keep calling it angel's finger, let's hope it is angel's finger. I will probably give it some water, maybe just a little tiny bit of water, and maybe in about a week or so. And then I may potentially bring it outside only because it's really stretching in here. Okay, so I think that's it for today. The Onslow, I'm gonna have to find a bigger pot to pot it in. I don't have any pots right now. I'm gonna have to make some. I'm still waiting for my studio to fire up some of the ones that I've glazed. They've been backed up a little bit lately, so I'm waiting for those to come out, and then I'll pot. I'll have more pots then to pot my succulents in. Alright, I think that's it for today. See you next time. Bye now.